You know when life throws lemons at you?
Well, we made a podcast about it.
Welcome to the Lemonade Podcast. I'm Christina.
And I'm Crystal. Today we're going to be squeezing out some hard truth of how to let go and let God take control of situations. So, Christina, what kind of situation do you feel like you've had a hard time letting go and letting God take control of?
I think with just everyday experiences, it's human nature to want to kind of control it and
Definitely.
trust that. I have a hard time trusting that it's just going to happen. Well, not that I have a trouble trusting.
Yeah.
It's just that I feel like I should be able to handle it.
Yeah.
And then I have to reel myself back in and be like, okay, there's a reason.
Yeah, or trying to rush it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'm tired of waiting on God.
Because it's not in my timing.
Yeah, let me just speed this up. I can help him with this. And
Yeah.
in fact, we generally mess it up. Yeah.
So I just struggle with that, like, every day, just, why am I worrying about it when it's already been handled? We know, like, that he knows the outcome. We might not, but he knows. It's not going to change.
He
So
knows. Yes.
I should just let him figure it out, and I will know.
Yeah, because it stresses us out to try to keep taking control over it when it's not meant for us to have. And that makes it difficult.
Yeah.
Because I struggle with it too. And I think most people do struggle with it. If you say you don't, you're probably telling a fib.
Yeah.
Because it's really hard. And if you don't struggle with it, please give us some tips because
we need
would
some
love to
help.
know. We definitely need help with that. So in a certain situation recently that we talked about some earlier.
Yeah.
What
Recently, I mean, I've gone through a job change, and just the whole point of that was just, I'm like, I want to change, I need to change, but it's just not happening. I can't find anything. There's nothing out there. I'm like, I'll just stay, and
think
then
of something easy, I'll control it. I'll just stay where I'm at.
Yep. And then when you least expect it, when you let him handle it, it popped up and it came out of nowhere and I got a job offer.
And it's pretty much everything that you could have wanted, So,
Yep.
And that's amazing. And it's hard, though, to trust. I mean, like we said, you do trust God.
Yeah.
But just thinking, am I doing everything I'm supposed to do? Am I, do I need to go back and check on this? Do I need to go back and try to tweak something on it?
Yeah.
Because it's just a hard situation.
And it's seemingly so easy for other people to just seemingly get what they want, and it's just everything's going in their favor. And, and it's like, when is going to be my turn? But it's a plan, and not everything is how it seems with other people. So you just have to
getting lemons in life and turning it into something wonderful. And with God's aid, we're able to do that.
Yep.
Something that for me to struggle with letting go of control is with my kids. I want to be in control of their study habits. I want to be in control of
where they're at and what they're doing.
Where they're at, what they're doing, who they're friends with, and their health, especially with Briley's, medical condition. It's like I will stress myself out so bad and make myself sick over worrying or thinking I have to have total control or be over something that I really have no business trying to be in control of. That I know that God's going to take care of it. He's going to handle it, and ultimately everything will work out according to his plan.
Yep.
And that's hard.
And it's hard to just let go and fully put your trust in him, but there's no other way. Like, there's already a plan made.
Exactly.
He knows what he's going to do in Bradley's life and Braxton's life and
Yes.
our lives.
Yeah.
It's already mapped out. We just got to trust that he will guide us in the direction we're supposed to go, because
Trust him, trust the process. He trusted me to be their parent,
Yeah.
so I should have full trust that he is going to work it all out accordingly. And everything, however it turns out, is going to be fine.
yeah.
I think it's just being strong in your faith and going back to that and constantly reminding yourself God is good, and He's good all the time, and He is going to take care of us, no matter what the outcome is.
Nobody doesn't just not go through struggles. Like, everybody goes through trials and storms and different seasons in life. It's just,
Some may be a little bit more than others,
yeah.
and anytime I've seen someone go through some really tough, difficult times, you always think, how are they getting through that? Like, recently I've seen someone's lost their child,
Yeah.
and you think, how in the world do you continue on? How do you wake up every morning and going forward with that heartache? And the only solution or answer is God.
Yeah.
There's no way
Absolutely.
anyone could get through that without Him. And it's sad to think there's people that don't believe in God, and because I don't know, I don't know where I'd be without Him, because He's everything.
And I'm not a perfect Christian, but I know
No, I'm not either.
that what we should be doing and what, like, you still got to put your trust in Him, whether you go to church every single day or you're just, praying about it every single day. Either way, I mean,
I've noticed something that has helped me in these circumstances of trying to control everything is trying to be in the Word every day.
Yeah.
A little bit, as much as I can, and I know everyone has excuses. I'm this busy. I've got this going on. I can't tonight. My kids have homework. I'm running and doing this. I'm working late. I've got to cook dinner.
Whatever
There's so many things. But for me, if it's the last thing I do before I go to bed at night, it just makes everything so much better for me. It
brings you peace.
It brings me peace. And there's just something about it that really guides me through the week when I'm in the Word. And it really helps.
And honestly, I feel like I need to do that more. Just sit down, take the time.
Yeah.
And,
I was kind of struggling doing that as frequently. And something like, Charlie Kirk, his assassination, really pushed me more into doing more, like reading the Bible more, being in His Word.
But just in that same aspect with, being strong and thanking the Lord and praying, his wife, she's been so, strong, and she's never failed to, she probably has moments where she wants to question God, but for the most part, she's like, thank you, Lord,
She's not wavering, when you see her, it's amazing.
It is.
And that's an incident where you would see you're putting all your trust in God, and He's carrying you. Mm-hmm.
It's an inspiration, honestly.
It is.
I wish I could be more like that.
Me too. And I feel like a lot of people recently have started wanting to be more like that. Yeah. And it's really started some type of a revival. I feel like it's been pretty awesome to see.
Yeah.
But
even just talking about what we were earlier, it's just because it's not in your timing and it's not in, your what you think you want, or just like in past relationships, I was like, oh, I know what I want. This is what I want. Why can't you give it to me? Or why didn't it work out? Or whatever. And I'm like, looking back, I'm like, thank goodness that didn't work out. Thank goodness that friendship fizzled out for whatever reason, or that relationship didn't go how I wanted, because then I wouldn't have met my husband now and had the life we have now. And it just, it just all works out. And then you need to stop and thank him.
Yes.
Because you don't realize that it's always in the works, and you don't realize that it's just because you pray about it and it's not happening over and over and over, it doesn't mean he's not listening. It just means it's not the right time.
Yes. He's saying,
And
not now.
And I have
Wait.
trouble with that. Because I'm like, I need a nap.
Yeah, I'm the same. And that is, if you think about it, that's our culture nowadays is, I need to order something. What? Amazon can't get it to me?
Yeah. Like we're
a day, 2
inconvenienced.
days. Like, what's going on here? This is Christmas season. I should still have it in 2 days. It's just the society, too, of rush, rush, rush. We need it right now. Mm-hmm. And it just makes things hard.
Mm-hmm. And I've even thought about, like, and told my husband Wyatt about it. It's like, don't get mad, which it's hard not to, but don't get frustrated, don't get mad when you're stuck in traffic for 45 minutes, because you could have avoided a wreck, or you could have avoided, whatever the case may be. There's a reason.
God may have you sitting there in a quiet, still time to
reflect,
to speak to him, to listen for his voice.
Yep.
But it's hard to, in those moments, it's hard to see that. Yeah. And I'm the worst about sitting in traffic. I hate sitting in traffic. I'm terrible at it. I hate it.
Come on.
We go to Vanderbilt every single month. And the traffic in Nashville, if you live in Nashville, I am so sorry. It's wild. It's just a lot. And I complain. I get myself so worked up about it a week or two before, and it does me no good. Hurts me, gets me really stressed out. Yeah. When I just need to say, hey, this is the plan. God's in control.
We're just going to roll with it.
I'm getting in that car and I'm taking my kid to Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Because it just gets her worked up, and it makes it a huge ordeal. Yeah. It's not fun for any of us. So that's another thing of trusting God and letting him have control over those situations. Yeah. And it's hard.
It's hard.
It's real hard. It's really hard.
But I also think the good Lord has a sense of humor. And so, he's like, I don't know. He just, something funny will happen. And you're like, okay, Lord, I get it. Yeah.
He's like I told you.
Even when Wyatt and my husband and I recently bought a camper. And I don't know that I've told you this, but we're going from camper to camper to camper to camper. And I was like, we've seen it, yeah. And so, but we were like this about this camper, and we like this about this camper, but, we didn't know, whatever. We just kept going back and forth. Well, the last camper, I really liked it, and Wyatt did too. But they were going to look one more time at this other one. And I was like, oh my gosh,
It's like,
And
really?
so I was like, let's go back into the one, that we really like, and let's just look one more time. And I swear the door was locked. And we had been going in and out. There was no way the door was locked. And I said, okay, Lord, this is the one we're getting. I will quit looking back and forth.
You cannot have control of this. I'm locking the door.
Yeah. Because we had looked for months. We had looked back and forth at so many. And we figured it out. And I was like, there's our sign.
Yes. That's
what we need.
It says,
and even Wyatt was like, yep.
He'll open, one door will close and he'll open another one. I guess that other camper door was still open, ready for you to get it.
Yeah, so.
It's true, though. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Just to see it. And
we literally had to get the camper key to unlock it. Like
You
it
shouldn't
was
have
bizarre.
went in there.
I know.
Just kidding.
It was a sign, so we bought that one.
You're like, okay, we can't go in that one.
Yeah,
It's locked.
yeah.
God locked this door
Yeah.
for a reason.
We're like, surely the lock's not broken, right? No, it wasn't. It was us.
That's great.
Yep.
I was trying to think of some other situations.
Yeah.
I know there's so many, but just to share, because a lot of times we go through life and you think that person has it made. They don't have problems doing this or that. They relinquish every bit of that to God and let Him handle it, and they don't go back for it. But I think a lot of people just don't discuss it.
Yeah.
Because you feel...
It's not as easily accessible online, and they don't communicate it, and they don't...
Yeah, and you can almost feel shame for doing it. Like, well, you don't trust God? Like, how can you not trust Him? And it's not, like we said, it's not that you're saying, like, I don't trust God. I know that God is going to take care of me. But there's just something there that you feel like, maybe I didn't do all I needed to do. Let me go back and just, see if I need to help Him with it.
Yeah.
And, which we don't ever. That just makes things worse. But
yeah, we just want to share a little bit about everything on this podcast, just about life, about God, about our experiences, our families, our...
Yes, definitely.
Everything.
And, there's so much that when we say life can give you lemons, there is a lot of bad things that happen in life. But there's also a lot of good things that happen, and a lot of things that we should be grateful for.
Yeah.
And I feel like having a grateful heart also helps you to get through those lemons and the control of letting go and letting God.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you just need to trust and start your day positive. Don't be like, oh, it's Monday, I gotta work.
Yes.
Just be like, oh, it's Monday, I get to go to work.
I have a job.
I have a job, thank you, Lord.
I can pay for bills and,
I have a roof over my head, I have power, I have water, I have a car, I have... That we don't thank Him for every day. Like, not that you have to thank Him for it every day, but still, we take a lot for granted.
Yes,
that we don't necessarily stop and be like, whoa.
Yeah, just
He
like
made
your
that
basic
happen.
needs.
Yeah.
Because
we thought, how are we going to do that? How is that possible? We're going to have enough money to do that. And then we're like, whoa.
We actually were able to pay for that.
Yeah.
We were actually able to get through that.
We did that, and we survived. And
yeah.
So.
And it makes perfect sense. I mean, letting Him have control is what we have to do.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, it is hard.
Mm-hmm. Very.
So just thinking of things that may help us in the future to let go and let God.
Mm-hmm.
Let's think of some things that might help other people.
Yeah. I think if you're ever in doubt, or you're ever like just so overwhelmed and you're not sure like which avenue to take, or you're just down and out for the day. Just a reminder for myself, I try to do this, but just a reminder to just say, okay, just give me 5 seconds. Let me stop and pray. And just try to start your day out with a prayer, or middle of the day prayer, or going to bed with a prayer. I think that helps me a lot. Just a simple, okay, got it off my chest.
Yes.
I gave it to Him.
Just an honest prayer. Like,
yeah.
I'm having trouble with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm having trouble trying to hang on to the control. Please guide me, help me with this.
Yeah.
And that's, just going to Him and talking to Him. And that's what He wants.
That's the prayer I had when I did this job interview. I was like, if it's meant to be, Lord, just give me the right words to say.
Yeah.
Let me not necessarily have all the answers, but let me know how to answer them. Or answer them to my best ability to, if it's not meant to be, then
close that door.
close that door. Make it obvious.
Yes.
This is
and
what I
let
need to be
me
doing.
be fine with it. Let me
Yeah.
understand that it is time to move
Right.
on.
Because even like before, I'm like, okay, maybe it's not meant to be. Maybe I'm not supposed to change jobs, or maybe I'm not supposed to have this. And then you're like, okay, Lord, show me the way. Like, show me, give me a sign of some sort
Yes.
that this is supposed to happen. And 9 times out of 10, sure enough, there's a sign.
You're always going to get it.
Yep. Like, I even got it with this. I'm like, our schedule changed. And I'm like,
Again.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
Not crazy about it.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, there's my sign.
That's the sign I've got to pursue.
You just have
looking
to
for
be
another
open
job.
to the mindset of thinking and listening and knowing that, okay, there's your sign. Open your eyes. I'm trying to tell you something. Don't be so hard-headed
Don't
that you
be
can't.
scared. Move.
Yeah.
And I think of that too. And sometimes holding on to control could even look like you're scared
Yeah.
to let something go, or you're scared to move forward, and
Scared of change.
you need to have that faith over fear. Mm-hmm. And that's just a reminder I like to try to keep in the back of my mind is faith over fear. Faith over fear. I can do this, and everything's going to work out to His plan, and I've got to keep moving.
Yeah.
Another thing is writing down maybe situations that you've been through in the past or currently going through. Write down what you try to control about it, and maybe the outcome.
Yeah.
How'd that work out for you?
Yeah.
When you try to hang on to it, you try to control it. 9 times out of 10, it didn't work out like it
Right.
should. But once you finally just gave it over to God, then maybe put that outcome.
Yeah.
What happened when you let God take that?
Yeah. And then you'll realize, okay, wow, He is working in my life.
Yeah.
He is.
Put those little reminders around on your mirrors.
Sticky notes everywhere.
Yeah, those are
Yeah.
good ways to try to keep going forward and not get pulled back of, let me go get that again.
Just a gentle reminder of to stop and think. But just even, I keep going back to it, but just even with this new job, it's like, I was like, "Psh, they're not going to pay me what I want. They're not going to." And I'm like, why did I even think that? You never know until you try.
Yes.
And they did. So
So it worked out.
it worked out.
You went with it and
Prayed about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
yeah, that's
So.
always, it's always good when we have the outcomes like that. And then you think about when you don't have such a good outcome and you wonder, why, or could I have done something different? And that's, and I think it just goes back to releasing it all to God, that He has full control over it.
Because I remember always asking my parents growing up, I'm like, why do bad things happen to people? Well, they're Christian. Why are they suffering with cancer? Or why are they suffering with this or that? Or why did they have to die? It's like, as a kid, I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Why would I put blame on God? Because I was like, why would God let that happen?
Yeah.
And then Mom and Dad was like, it's just, there's a plan. We may not see it now, but there's a reason that happened. And they're teaching somebody to, maybe go get an annual test and they found the cancer early. Or, there's a reason that Briley's going through what Briley's going through, because it's teaching her something.
Yes.
Or it's teaching you something.
Yes.
Or it's...
Probably me.
I mean, you never know. Like, you hate that she has to go through it, but it's like, well, there's always a lesson to be.
And, you think, too, there's always someone that is going through something worse. Mm-hmm. And I used to hate to hear people say that. Mm-hmm. Like, well, think about it could be worse. When people say that, you're like, I know it could be worse.
But doesn't mean I'm still not going through what I'm
But
going
it's
through.
hard right now. This storm is hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to weather. And that was one thing that's always drove me crazy. And people say that, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. And that's another point of just releasing it all to God, because we can't fix any of that.
Mm-hmm.
That's out of our hands, out of our reach.
Yeah.
And it's only for Him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so hard, but it's what we need or must do
Yeah.
to get through it.
Yeah.
So,
Do you, you can share if you want to, but do you want to elaborate more on what Briley's going through?
yes. So she has juvenile dermatomyositis. It's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful.
And it affects your skin and your muscles. And luckily for Briley, it just affects her skin. It has not affected her muscles as of yet.
Thank goodness.
Thank goodness. Hopefully it does not.
Mm-hmm.
So we see a pediatric rheumatologist at Vanderbilt, Monroe Carroll Children's Hospital. It's been one of the biggest blessings ever. And she has infusions every month. And
It's a lot on her little body.
it's a lot for her. It's hard on her. And I sometimes don't. Like, I'm just like, oh, here we go again. We've got to go back up there. And then I see her sitting there, hooked up, getting an infusion that can take 6 hours. And just think about what she's going through.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and she's sitting there. And she's probably, I feel like she's better of giving it to God
Yeah.
and letting it go.
Yeah.
You know, she says, you know, He's in control.
Mm-hmm.
And that has probably been a lesson for me, to see her let that go and let God, because I know it's hard for me as a mama, you know, to watch her go through that.
Especially her senior year and
Her senior year.
everything.
Yes, you know, she was diagnosed last May and really struggled. It had been really hard at the beginning. She played soccer, and it just physically and mentally become way too much for her, and kept her like in a constant flare up, and would never seen any like progression and getting better.
Yeah.
It's like we just kept regressing, stepping
Yeah.
back. She would get so sick. There'd be games that she couldn't even play in because she would have such a bad migraine and so sick. And I mean, to the point where she can't even see out of one eye.
Yeah.
Like, and it goes along with like your vascular system too. It inflames everything really a lot. And so it's been a big struggle on her. So we had to make a decision for stress purposes and physical strain to step back from soccer. And that's been hard. You know, she's a senior now, and with racing, you know, she has to be super careful about the sun,
Yeah.
because that could put her right back into a flare up. And she has to wear sunscreen. That's been so hard to make her keep reapplying the sunscreen and doing all that fun
Stay
stuff.
on her.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just a lot, you know. And then with racing, she's out in the heat, and it's all takes a toll on her system.
Yeah.
And she
Also, fun
doesn't-
fact, if you don't already know us, her children and her husband drag race, and so does my husband, and they introduce us.
Yes.
I've known her for years and years and years, and she had known my husband for years and years, and
Yes.
it worked out.
And it's actually my husband's idea. And I'm like, oh, let me ask Christina first.
Let me approve.
Yeah, let me
this.
approve first. I love white, but let me approve this before I just send some guy her way.
And that was the point of, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna not look for any guys, and then boom.
Here it came. I mean, that was a God thing.
So not to change the subject,
No,
I was just saying.
I mean, I don't know. I was just with Briley. It's just a lot, and I find myself very stressed about it a lot. And instead of stepping back and saying, "I know God's got this,"
Because you want to take care of her. You don't want her to suffer and go through what she's going through, and that's part of being a parent.
Yeah, it is.
Like, It's every parent I think would be that way. Just
Yeah.
you would rather have it than her. You know what I
yes,
mean? Like,
definitely.
but still,
Much rather. I'm like, let me take this.
Yeah.
And God's thinking, you need to slow down. You need to back up.
Yeah.
I've got this. I'm in control.
Yeah.
But it's just in our nature.
Mm-hmm.
And, she takes it. She's just so gracefully. Briley, she's just an awesome kid. She has a great personality. And she just handles it like a champ. It's insane, but she does. And seeing her and how much she lets control go and let God take care of it, that really has helped me.
She's inspiring.
She is.
She's a blessing.
She's a blessing. She's quite perfect.
I mean,
She'll probably be mad that I'm going on and on about her, but
we love
she
you.
is. We love her.
We love Braxton too.
We love Braxton too. He's my control with him is, hey, I need you. You have a test. I need you to study several days
How
before.
about we try to do good on that test?
Study many days before instead
Not
of
just
the
the
night
night
before.
before.
That has been, that's
Yeah.
me. I have to step back. I'm like, okay, you know what? If it's meant for him to fail that, then I'm going to let him fail it.
Sometimes you have to let them know the consequences.
That's right. And there's
They gotta
been a few
learn the hard
times
way.
that he's had to learn the hard way with it. I don't know if he's really learned a whole lot. I'm hoping he's learning it. So.
Yeah.
But, so
Yeah.
we're going to try to have a podcast every single week.
Yeah.
And if there's anything that you guys can think of that you would like us to discuss,
Or have any questions,
yes, or have any questions,
we'll answer them.
comment, send us a message through any of our social media outlets,
Yep.
and we'll, do our best to work it in or get back to you.
Yeah.
If you have a question specifically for us that you want us to answer privately, we can do that as well. But
We're excited about it.
we're really excited about it, and we hope
Yeah.
you guys are.
Yeah.
And I hope we just didn't ramble and
Hope it
on
made
and on
sense.
and on, and that it did.
That's
make
what we
sense.
do, though. We just
Yeah.
ramble and we
Yes.
we jump from topic to topic, and we
Yes.
just
But I feel like
discuss it.
the whole point is letting God be in control,
Yep.
not us. We do not know what's best for us. Only God knows. So honestly, we keep getting those lemons. They're never going to go away.
Nope.
So we just need to let Jesus be our aid.
Yep. Because they always say, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. Well,
He's going to make something
Yep.
out of it. We're giving him that control. We're not going to make lemonade. He's
Nope.
going to aid our heart and soul.
yep.
So we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.